What's up, TEW fans? Jolly J here, bringing you the next episode of Freedom Caribbean Wrestling. We are here back in Puerto Rico, of course, at the Gymnasium Aguada for Freedom of Speech, our annual April event. Another short, light show, again, because of future booking plans that I have, trying to save up money. And that's probably a good thing because I don't have a lot of time to record this, so hopefully I can get through it quickly. All we know about this show is that Puerto Rican Power has a big announcement, and we will see Kip Keenan challenge Hell's Bouncer for the FCW Puerto Rican Championship. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's not waste too much time. And here we are in front of 1,000 people, Gymnasium Aguada, as always. Puerto Rican Power starts the show. Of course, a lot of cheering. He has to wait for them to calm down once again. But once they're quiet, he says, due to Hell's Bouncer's actions last week, Rudy Velasquez unfortunately is not able to be at the show tonight. But next month, we will see Rudy Velasquez take on Handsome Stranger, and the winner will be the next challenger to Hell's Bouncers or Kip Keenan's Puerto Rican Championship. So the crowd kind of booed at first when they found out Rudy wasn't at the show tonight, but a nice way to save that sort of news. Next month, I don't know if I said next week, next month, Rudy and Handsome Stranger will face off for the number one contendership to whoever is the champion after this month. We don't know when that match will be. We just know, or when the title match will be. We just know the number one contenders match is next month. But that's not all. Puerto Rican Power, after he lets the cheering die down once again, he says, now I have another announcement. A few months ago, I said that I wanted the FCW Tag Team Championships to have the competition that they deserve. I wanted them to be the most important tag team championships in the territories. Well, we're going to raise the bar even higher. See, I've spoken to the territories. And starting next month, we will have an annual tag team tournament called the Freedom Classic. And the winners of this tag team tournament, of this 8-team tournament, not only will be called, not only will they be called the Freedom Classic champions, they will get to challenge for the Confederation of the Territories Tag Team Championships right here in FCW. And of course, the crowd just loves that announcement. Puerto Rican Power really trying to bring focus to tag team wrestling. And so that starts next month. That's kind of what I've been saving up for the past couple of months. Hopefully, we can spend some money. But that takes us right into our next segment. Princeton Price in a pretty poor promo, but still like 3 times what his overness is. I think he's rated on entertainment. But anyway, he comes out, basically says last month faced Davis Wayne Newton for the first time. We had a pretty damn good match, back and forth, hold for a hold, reversal for reversal, blow for blow. We just went back and forth. And Davis Wayne Newton decided to take the easy way out. He knew he could not beat me. And so he decided to take the easy way out and end the match on his own terms. And guess what? He's not even here tonight. He couldn't even face the shame that he feels doing what he did last month. He knew he couldn't beat me. He knows he can't beat me. And he knows he won't beat me. So Davis Wayne Newton, I know you feel ashamed for taking the easy way out. And that's why you're not here tonight. But honestly, it's more embarrassing that you can't even face it. But I'm here, Davis Wayne Newton. I'm here every month. Whenever you decide to show your face again, I'm here. I'm wanting my rematch. And whenever you aren't scared, I will be right here. So Princeton Price pretty much calls out Davis Wayne Newton for his actions last month. And we still don't know exactly why he did that. I would assume it's just because he thought he might lose and he didn't want to. But I guess we'll just have to find out more later. And that brings us into a match with Princeton Price and Rob Reynolds in a bout that had decent wrestling, but not much in the way of heat. Princeton Price defeated Rob Reynolds in 9:46 by pinfall. So a 49 rating, not bad at all. Look at Rob Reynolds, an in-ring performance of 48. Princeton Price, though, a 38 rating, really damn good there, too. So this match, I just see being back and forth for roughly half the match, 3 or 4 minutes or so. And then Princeton Price starts to not dominate, but just take control, shows his skills, and ends up picking up the win by pinfall. Now, it always says pinfall or submission for him. Does he not have a finisher? Do we need to think of a finisher for him? Interesting. But anyway, that's Princeton Price calling out Davis Wayne Newton, getting a victory. So hopefully his overness will skyrocket after this episode. But that brings us into another match. Extraordinario Jr. takes on the debuting Chucky Durrance, who gets a great rating on his clever gimmick. And a bout that had decent wrestling but little heat. Extraordinario Jr. defeated Durrance by 9:54 by pinfall with the Siempre Peleando. So a 45 rating there. Pretty straightforward match again. Not really back and forth. Most of it, I think Chucky dominates for a couple of minutes. But Extraordinario Jr. is quick to recover and then just show off his stuff, his aerial ability, his athleticism, and we get another glimpse at his skill set. But a pretty good match and a really good rating for Chucky. He may be in line for something. He's a pretty poor entertainment guy. He's just one of those typical straight up wrestler. He's a straight up wrestler. But I really like him. He's fun for me anyway, to work with. As we go into a Kip Keenan promo, 40 rating, not bad at all. I wish it was a little better. But he's in the back with Miriam Vega, and Miriam asks him how he feels about facing Hell's Bouncer tonight for the championship. And after a couple of seconds, Kip Keenan, he gets a much lighter look on his face. He's not too serious. And he says, I feel great about this match, Miriam. Nobody's giving me a chance. Nobody's even given me a chance to last 5 minutes against Hell's Bouncer. And you know what? I excel when people doubt me. You see, I may not be the Colossus of FCW. I may not be a monster. I may not come out here and say, all shall fall before me every month. But you know what, Miriam? I am the hardest worker on this roster. I am the most dedicated to my craft on this roster. And I am the only championship amateur wrestler on this roster. So it doesn't matter how big and strong he is. I can take him down. I can chop him down. I can bring him down to size because he's not as bad as he thinks he is. He doesn't realize how big of a threat I am to his championship, and he doesn't realize that I will take his championship from him. Nobody can tell me otherwise. I got interrupted by a phone call, so I have no idea where I was now. Kip Keenan basically ends the interview by saying that I will never quit, I will never give up, and Hell's Bouncer is going to take much more than just you to win this match. So, that brings us to the title match. Hell's Bouncer against Kip Keenan. And I did want to change his gimmick because he had a poor gimmick. Give me a good one. Above average, that's fine. We have, in a bout that had good heat and decent wrestling, can Kip Keenan make good on his words? No, Hell's Bouncer defeated Kip Keenan in 16:29 by pinfall with a damnation drop following interference from Handsome Stranger. and that's defense number 5 for his Puerto Rican championship. So 49 rating, much higher than either of their individual performances, which is great. But this match, 16 minutes, so I see it. They enter, of course. Hell's Bouncer all menacingly glaring at children, and Kip comes to the ring. I think he comes to the ring first, though. But they start, and Kip knows that he cannot just go after Hell's Bouncer. He can't overpower him. He has to outsmart him. So he tries to do that. He tries to get some amateur wrestling grappling going on and get takedowns, and he just can't do it at first until he pulls a Greg Gage maneuver, slaps Hell's Bouncer, and Hell's Bouncer charges at him, to which Kip Keenan uses his momentum to just sweep his legs out from under him. And then he's able to ground him for a little bit and lock in some submissions, but Kip knows Greg Gage could not get him to tap out. So he knows he can't get him to tap out since he's not anywhere near as adept at submissions as Greg Gage is. So he's just focusing on wearing down Hell's Bouncer, keeping him grounded. This is probably halfway through the match or so. Well, thanks for that. One of my dogs just hit my computer. Hell's Bouncer makes his way back to his feet and then proceeds to dominate with slams and suplexes and whatnot for another 5 minutes or so. And so Kip Keenan starts to hit his babyface comeback, and he tries to hit the belly-to-belly suplex, almost does, but Hell's Bouncer reverses it and knocks him down, and Kip Keenan back up again, hits another flurry of punches, flurry of kicks and elbows, rocking Hell's Bouncer. And he gets the knockdown. He's calling for the belly-to-belly, but here comes Handsome Stranger down the ramp as the ref has his back turned looking at Hell's Bouncer. He just nails Kip Keenan with just an object. Nobody really knows. Nobody can tell. It just looks like an object, and I don't feel like coming up with what it is. So he just hits Kip Keenan with something and stuns him right into a damnation drop. And 1, 2, 3, Kip Keenan gets pinned. So, I mean, Kip Keenan was kind of right. You know, it took more than Hell's Bouncer to defeat him. That was probably very easy to tell from the interview that was going to happen, and from the storylines. But anyway, pretty good match, 49 rating. I'm not sure. I know that's not higher than our highest match we've ever had, but not bad at all. Kip Keenan with a 41 in-ring performance. Good stuff. But after the match, Handsome Stranger slides in the ring and starts to deliver some mounted punches to Kip Keenan. Just kind of taking revenge for the past 2 losses he suffered from Kip. But then he gets up and he looks over at Hell's Bouncer across the ring and walks over, and Handsome Stranger gets in Hell's Bouncer's face and just launches a punch at him. Remember last month they had a tag match and Hell's Bouncer punched Handsome Stranger, leading to their loss. But you don't just go up to Hell's Bouncer and punch him in the face. I mean, only a shithead moron would do that. But, you know, it's Handsome Stranger. So Hell's Bouncer, just an immediate fury overtakes him, and he just pummels Handsome Stranger, delivers a damnation drop. As some of the some of the crowd is cheering, some of it's just shocked, some of it's booing. Nobody really knows what to do as Hell's Bouncer stands tall to end the show over Kip Keenan and Handsome Stranger. So there you go. That's the end of the show. Like I said, a shorter show, not too exciting, I would say, but a good angle to end the show. And we have a 48 rating. I think that's, well, it was a show. It was a show. Next month, though, we're going to start booking a little bit more. I've saved quite a bit of money the past 2 or 3 months, so we're looking to spend some of that now. But next month, we know Rudy will take on Handsome Stranger for that #1 contendership. We know that The Freedom Classic will begin next month. The some first round matches anyway. It's a 4-month long tournament, so just some first round matches next month. And we will also see the bracket for that at the next show as well. And what else? We have Davis Wayne Newton. Will he respond to Princeton Price? And can Extraordinary Jr. keep his momentum up too? I mean, he's won 2 matches now, and he's done pretty well in them. So maybe something will happen with him sometime soon. But anyway, that is it for this show. Next time, I don't remember what it's called. I want to say Freedom or Death, but it is our May show. And like I said, we have the Freedom Classic starting. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that. I know I am. And I hope you enjoyed this show as well. If you did, please leave a like or a comment. Anything you guys do is greatly appreciated. I'm having a lot of fun doing this and talking to you guys about various things regarding the game. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.